Delhi police today detained several Congress workers protesting outside the AICC headquarters, that is 24 Akbar Road, and the protest erupted after the Enforcement Directorate filed a charge sheet in the National Herald case and naming senior party leaders Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi as key accused. Now, the detained protesters were demonstrating against what they called a politically motivated move by the center to target the opposition leaders using the investigative agencies. And ED has yesterday filed its prosecution complaint in Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court under the PMLA Act 2002. Now, there are several things which are which are not very clear about the charge sheet which has been filed. And I'm going to pick up a few clauses of the charge sheet and we'll try and discuss as to what this charge sheet is all about. Now, as I told you, that the key accused in this case are Sonia Gandhi, who's been accused as accused number one. Rahul Gandhi is accused number two. Then you have Suman Dubey, Sam Petroda, and the companies Young Indian and Dotex Merchandise Private Limited, and Sunil Bhandari, who's the main accused in this particular case. Now, ED has invoked sections 44 and 45 of the PMLA Act for committing the offense of money laundering under Section 3 of the Act, along with Section 70, which deals with offenses by companies to establish the vicarious liability of the firms and the office bearers and the executives. And what the agency, the ED has sought punishment for the accused under Section 4 of the PMLA, which provides for a jail term of 7 years. So it's not a small thing which they have asked for. And of course, that's going to be contested in the court. Now, what are the charges against Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi? The Enforcement Directorate has cited a 2017 income tax assessment order, which has allegedly, in its charge sheet, said that the office bearers, AICC, along with the principal officers of the Associated Journals Limited and Young Indian, orchestrated a criminal conspiracy to take over the properties worth 2,000 crore belonging to AJL, which is an unlisted company. Now, the ED has also mentioned that 99% of AJL's shares were transferred to Young Indian, which is a private firm, for just 50 lakh rupees. Now, Sonia and Rahul Gandhi each hold a 38% stake in Young Indians, and while the remaining 24% was jointly held by Motilal Vora and Oscar Fernandez, who, of course, are no more. So they are saying that the entire 100% share now is with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. What they have further said in the charge sheet is the accused have conspired to convert an outstanding loan of 90.21 crore earlier extended by AICC to AJL into equity shares worth 9.02 crore, which were then transferred to Young Indian for a nominal sum. So a lot of things are being said. Then there is also this bit about the Young Indian, how it was registered under Section 25 of the Companies Act as a non-profit entity, but the ED says that the company did not engage in any charitable activities. So these are the contours of the charge sheet, if I may call it. But how would you really read this charge sheet? It took about a year for ED to file this charge sheet. Now, does this look politically motivated? Is it nervousness on the part of BJP, Prime Minister Modi, and Home Minister Amit Shah, just because Congress is getting hyperactive in states like Bihar and Gujarat? So we'll try and discuss all of this, the legal points as well as the political posturing as well. Joining me now this evening, a very special panel. We have Gurdeep Sappal, who is the CWC member and the Congress admin in charge, and also somebody who's the advisor to Mallikarjun Kharge. Thank you so much, Gurdeep, for joining. We have Javed Ansari, political commentator, senior journalist, also joins us, who've been tracking these developments very, very closely. Thank you, Javed, so much for joining. And I'll begin with Gurdeep. And Gurdeep, I really want you to talk about the charge sheet per se, the sections which have been invoked in this charge sheet. Do they look politically motivated? And what is the substance in the claims which are made by the Enforcement Directorate? Yes.
Yes, I'll begin with that, Neelu. Can you please tell me from where did you pick up that the charge sheet says such and such things? Where did you pick it up from?
No, it's reported all over. I'm just
no,
reading.
because at this point of time, 5 minutes back, we have not got the charge sheet. Nobody has seen the charge sheet. The ED has not shared with anybody. Court has not shared with it. There's no press release by ED. Yet everybody is talking about exactly what is contained in the charge sheet. People who have been named in charge sheet, people who are party to the case, have no idea. And the very fact that these selective leaks are being made and we are being asked to debate on it, this indicates what all is going on. It's a fake case being foisted upon the Congress leadership. We do not know what the charge sheet contains. Officially, nobody knows it. And that is why I asked you this question. From where did you pick up these clauses that charge sheet contains such and such things?
No, but even yesterday, Gurdeep, if I may just interrupt you, even yesterday, all the TV channels, the so-called Gandhi media channels, they were quoting the charge sheet as if the charge sheet had been given out to them. They were quoting portions.
But
They were
who got
quoting
it?
Rahul Gandhi as Yes.
It means, Neelu, there's a invisible hand dishing out this information to everybody and asking them to debate it without ever anyone realizing that charge sheet is not out in public. Who has this invisible hand? Who's directing this entire media show without actually verifying what the facts are, where the facts lie? This is exactly the point. This is what we are protesting today. Nobody knows what is there in the charge sheet. The judge has not read it because it was given to him yesterday. The ED has not let it out. Our lawyers have not got it. And yet everybody is discussing it, ignoring exactly what it contains.
The ED has not let it out officially.
Yes.
That's my point. So there's an invisible hand. It's not that everything is right. I'll give you a simple example. All these years, ED was saying that the properties which are under the question are worth 5,000 crore rupees. Last year, it went to tribunal saying that the total properties are 359 crore rupees. And since yesterday, now it is being said that the properties are 751 crore rupees. Now, these selective leaks are factually wrong. Out of these three, only one figure can be correct. Who will verify this? So we are debating something which is factually not there, which has been planted by BJP through selective leaks, and these leaks need not be correct. So I think instead of debating clause by clause, let us discuss what the case is all about and why this is happening. That's my point.
Okay, point well taken. You're saying that the charge sheet has not been. I mean, the accused do not know anything about the charge sheet. Neither their lawyers know about it, and the entire world is discussing about this case. Javed, what does the case look
Neither
like?
the media knows about it.
Neither the media knows about it.
Which is discussing it.
Yes.
No, even the media doesn't know about it, but they're discussing it.
And you asked me that how I got it. So I just was reading through the reports which are coming out on various news websites. So I'm quoting them. And then I started the discussion.
But they also don't know.
Yeah, true. That's true. But Javed, what does the case now look like to you? If the charge sheet details are not known to the accused, neither to their lawyers,
I think I object to this word also, accused.
Okay. Okay, so Javed, what do you think? How do you make of this case? Does it look like a case of political vendetta? Does it look like a case of conspiracy against the Gandhi family?
Look, you don't have to be Einstein to guess what is the motive and who is behind this. If we don't know what the charge sheet contains, nobody has seen the charge sheet. Alleged, reportedly, these are the terms that are being used. Now, who knows, tomorrow morning or this evening or maybe some days later, when this charge sheet is made public or is available to the public, the accusations, maybe the allegations against the Congress leadership may be totally different. So we don't know. We are discussing in a vacuum. And why is all this happening? If you have such a, airtight case, because the ED and the CBI and the government have had, they've had a month of Sundays to prepare this case, to go after to prepare a watertight case. And if you have such a sound, well-rounded case, then why don't you make it public? Why are you hiding behind this? This is an attempt. This is a smear campaign. This is nothing but an attempt without going into the merits of the case, because I don't know. I have not seen the charge sheet, so I don't know. But this is the modus operandi that the state always uses against its political opponents, which is to smear them, tar everybody with this brush. And then tomorrow, when the facts come out, news channels and newspapers will sorry, news channels and newspapers will run a small line or a ticker that, Congress leadership accused of misappropriation of 5 crore rupees or misapprove. So the sum that the gulf between the reality and what is being projected could well turn out to be humongous. But that will not find play in the media. It won't find play in television channels nor in the newspapers. I have seen that. There was a lot of hue and cry was made about the 2G case. A. Raja went to jail, Kanimudi went to jail, everybody went to jail. What happened? They've been exonerated.
True.
This perceived loss, which my country cousin Mr. Rai came up with, of a few thousand crore. What was the figure, Gurdeep ji? I forget.
1,76,000 crores.
1,76,000 crores. I don't know even if I don't know what has become of this. So this might well meet the same fate as because as is often the case on such issues, the gulf between reality and between what is being alleged is humongous.
Right. So, but I'm just wondering, I mean, I heard what Gurdeep was saying. Gurdeep, I'll come to you now that what could be the trigger if they are indulging in these selective leaks? Was the trigger the meeting which happened in the morning at 10 Rajaji Marg between Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Kharge? You were also part of that meeting. Tejasvi Yadav was there. By afternoon, we saw Robert Vadra marching to the ED office. In the afternoon, there were visuals of Rahul Gandhi addressing the Congress workers in Gujarat. And then by evening, we get to hear about this charge sheet and all the TV channels in their prime time playing up the charge sheet in a big way. So is this an indication of political nervousness on the part of BJP? Let's be honest about it. Of course, political vendetta does look like one bit, but is political nervousness also one sign?
It's not about political nervousness, Neelu. This is about defaming a political party. And they do it in a very well-planned manner. This new phase has begun, probably because Congress party has tried to put its act together, and we have started working in Gujarat at the grassroots levels. Even today, Rahul Gandhi is there, trying to build up our organization from the district level onwards. Now you see, they do it in a very orchestrated manner, and nobody actually does enough homework to go behind it. It was not just the ED charge sheet which happened yesterday. Yesterday, one more thing happened. Even today, Robert Vadra was summoned by ED and questioned yesterday and today. Now the public perception is that something big is happening. Robert Vadra is involved into something, but nobody has brought out the fact in the public that this has nothing to do with earlier allegations against Robert Vadra. BJP went after him when UPA was in power. Then they went after him when BJP formed Haryana government. They said there was a land deal in DLF. Entire media created an environment that some big wrongdoing is there. And then quietly last year, in 2023, April, BJP government gave an affidavit in court that there's no irregularity in that case. That case is closed. And suddenly now you have a new case, which nobody knows what that case is all about. So, but the perception is out that he was summoned earlier also, he was summoned now also. And as Javed Bhai said, nobody reads it fine print. The fine print is one case ends, you cook up another case. And these cases are being cooked up to destabilize Congress leadership, to defame them, because there's nothing in this. This is the 11th year of Modi government. 11th year. With its complete control over investigative agencies and media and administration, they've not been able to conclude even a single investigation. Isn't it a question mark on their efficiency, the way they run the government? But they've not been able to conclude because there's no substantive charge in reality on ground. Like you said, and media is writing, ED has mentioned, and I'm talking from leaks now, that in its substantiation, they mentioned that there's an IT case against Young India Company of 2017. Now, an IT notice of 2017 is being quoted as a ground for this case, But nobody is asking what happened to IT case.
Yes.
8 years. 8 years. What did IT officers do about that allegation? Does IT department just send out a notice of some 400 crore rupees and then go off to sleep? And it becomes a basis for another investigation by ED. In what world are we living today? Yesterday also, the charge sheet was filed just to give a fresh lease of life to this case, because last year ED went to the tribunal asking for an order permission to attach the assets of AJL. It got that permission, but there's a legal stipulation that within 365 days you have to file a charge sheet. So for 365 days ED was sleeping, and on 365th day, last day, they have filed the charge sheet. It is like we are well versed with these tactics of police and administration or investigative agency, that you arrest a person on Friday so that Saturday and Sunday are holidays, and you are. These are tactics well known in our country, and ED resorted to the same tactics. On the last day permissible to it, it filed a charge sheet. It did not share the charge sheet with us. Nobody knows what is there in the charge sheet. But we are supposed to fight this public trial where one invisible hand is feeding the entire media, and the defendants have no idea what is there. So only thing that we can say is that what we know about the case ourselves. And we know there is no case. We know because this entire case is built up on the premise of money laundering. And money laundering has three provisions. A, there should be a crime. Then there should be proceed of crime. Third, the proceed of crime should be invested somewhere. Now there's no crime. Because what Young India did to take over the debt and convert it to equity is a well-defined legal provision. Every day the banks are doing it. You go to NCLT website. It's a lawful thing. The corporates are doing it every day. There's no crime. And court will also say there's no crime. There's no way that court can say that there was a crime. So there was no crime. Now, no money has been transferred, because when the debt was taken over by Young India, 90 crores debt, which was on AJL, there was a stipulation that there will be no profit. It is a no-profit company, non-profit company. B, the assets won't be transferred to Young India. C, the dividends won't come to the shareholders of Young India. It will remain with the National Herald Group, AJL. D, whatever rental, whatever income comes, it will remain with National Herald Group, AJL. I'm using National Herald because AJL is not very common still with public. So, no money was transferred, or no money can ever be transferred, because that was the condition of the takeover. So there's no wrongdoing, no crime, there's no transfer of money, and when there's no money, there's no question of money laundering, because that money is not there. So how can you invest? So all the three conditions are non-existent. Yet we are being forced to reply to it. We are being forced to face this media trial and the farce of our investigation, which ED has carried out. And this is the same ED, Neelu, which has carried out 5,906 investigations in last 10 years, but could conclude only 23. Only 23 convictions have happened.
Right.
But
Javed, coming to you.
let us not forget one point. It has been able to convict only in 23 cases, but what it did in between, it arrested more than 500 people without concluding the trials, and it has confiscated or taken permission for confiscation for properties worth 70,000 crore rupees. AJL is only 360 crores. 70,000 crore rupees property you have attached or taken permission to attach. But you have no timeline, you have no track record of completing those investigations. So we are talking of a farce of our investigative agency. This is a fake or a farce investigating agency.